I hate to say it, but most videographers, they don't actually have a business. They have a glorified job. A job where there's no team, no systems, and no leverage. Just them grinding every single month, starting from scratch. I know because I've been there. And since then, I've built multiple six-figure video agencies where if I step out for a week or two on vacation, the business actually continues to grow without me. If you want to build something that actually gives you the freedom you got into this industry for, then you need to stop thinking like a videographer. You need to start thinking like a CEO. And that's exactly what this video is about today. I'm going to show you exactly what that shift can look like for you. And more importantly, the exact 4 systems that are going to allow you to do this. Let me know if this sounds familiar. You're probably doing somewhere between like 5 and 15K a month, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. And you're good at what you do. Your work is awesome. You have plenty of gear. Your clients are pretty happy and your work is solid. But for some reason, every month still feels like a total grind. You're up editing at midnight. You're chasing leads and you're sending proposals only to get ghosted. You're doing the creative work, the admin work, and the business development work. All of it, all by yourself. And on top of that, it's not even really worth it because your income is inconsistent. One month might be okay, and then you have a slow month, and then you scramble to fill that pipeline with clients again. You wake up wondering where the next client is coming from, and you go to bed thinking about whether you charged enough on the last one. This is the revenue roller coaster that I talk about all the time, and it's not a hustle problem. You probably work very hard and you have a very good work ethic, and it's not a skill problem either. It is actually just a business model problem. Because the way you're running your business right now, it's literally designed to keep you stuck. You built your business around your time instead of around systems. And you can't scale your time, you can only scale systems. Here's just the harsh truth about all this. Every hour that you spend editing a video that a trained editor could do is an hour that you're not building your business. Every lead that you chase manually is a sign that you don't have a real lead generation system. And every time you have to reinvent your pitch or your pricing on every single call is a sign that you don't have a real sales system. And then every time you onboard a new client from scratch is a sign that you don't have a real delivery system. You're doing everything from scratch over and over again. That is not leverage. That's the definition of a hamster wheel. Now, the videographers who break through to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month are no better at holding a camera and editing and making cool videos than you are. They're just better at building these systems. They have an offer that sells on value, not hours. They have a consistent way to generate leads without picking up the phone and cold calling strangers every day. They have a repeatable sales process that closes at a high rate without having to feel like a slimy used car salesman. And they have delegation built into the business so it can run without them having to manually do everything themselves. So let me walk you through the 4 systems every video business needs to break past that plateau and build something that actually scales. System 1, an offer that gets clients results. Right now, you're probably selling deliverables because that's where I was too. You're selling a commercial, a brand video, a set of reels. Clients are paying for the asset. But here's what high-level clients actually buy. They buy results. They buy leads, revenue, growth, trust, and attention, just to name a few. The videographers who charge $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a project are not just selling a video. They're selling a specific business outcome. They can walk into a room and confidently say, my videos generate leads and drive revenue for my clients, and then they can prove it. This is a completely different conversation than, here's my day rate. Here's what I charge per hour. Like our student Cameron here, who with our help charged $11,000 for 4 2-minute testimonials for a bank consulting firm. When you sell outcomes, you price on value created, not hours worked, not day rates, and definitely not camera packages. And when you make that shift, your pricing ceiling, it starts to disappear. There essentially is no cap because the value of business growth is uncapped. System 2, a consistent way to generate leads without all the manual outreach. Cold calling, cold emailing, cold DMing strangers on Instagram. This is how most videographers spend their time trying to grow their business. And it works, sort of, if you stay consistent enough and you do enough reps until it stops, or until you stop spending hours and hours a day doing outreach, because then you're back at zero the second that you let off the gas. The problem with doing outbound like that is that it requires constant manual effort. You stop doing it and it stops working. Real leverage comes from inbound, an inbound system, meaning clients are coming to you. They've already seen your content. They already know what you do. They already trust you before they even ever get on a call. And this is what a personal brand combined with the right inbound strategy does. You set it up once, you optimize it, and then it generates you qualified leads while you're doing literally anything else with your life. Now, I have other videos on my channel that dive much deeper into this, so after this video, I recommend you definitely go and check out those too. Without a way to generate inbound leads consistently, at best, I'm sorry, my friend, but you have a glorified job. System 3, a repeatable sales and conversion process. Most videographers hate selling, myself included, but it's just because they're doing it wrong. They're winging it on every single call. They're adjusting their prices based on how the conversation feels. And then they're caving in on their rate because they don't know how to hold the frame on a call. A sales system fixes all that. A sales system means every call follows the same rough structure. Every call changes a little bit, but you know what questions to ask. You know how to uncover what the client actually values and wants. You know how to present an offer in a way where the price makes sense to your client and they can actually justify it in their mind. And then you know how to close and get the deal across without having to use pressure tactics or sound like some used car salesman. Sales is just problem solving. It's learning to ask the right questions, listen well, and then offer the right solution. When you have a repeatable process for this, your close rate, it goes way up. Your average deal size goes way up, and you stop leaving money on the table and you stop sounding like a used car salesman. Most videographers have no idea to sell. I get it because I was once there, but you have to build a system for selling like this if you want to build a real video business that is scalable. System 4, delegation, team, and delivery infrastructure. This is the one that most videographers avoid the longest because building a team feels heavy, it feels expensive, it feels complicated. But here's the reality. If you're still editing your own videos, you are a massive bottleneck because you can't grow past your own bandwidth. The goal is to build a delivery system where the work gets done at the same level of quality, or if you've hired the right people, even better quality, whether you're there or not. That means an automated client onboarding process that runs without you. Inside our consulting business for videographers, we just give them all of these templates, tools, and systems to make this possible without any of the guesswork and without having to have them build everything on their own from scratch, because that can take years. That took me years. We help our students create repeatable systems that someone else can follow inside their business so they aren't stuck in their business being the bottleneck, doing the work themselves forever. You build it once, then it runs. That's what separates a freelancer from a founder. These 4 systems, the offer, the lead generation, the sales process, and the delivery infrastructure, when they're working together, they create something most videographers have never experienced. Predictability, consistent revenue, consistent leads, and consistent clients who pay what you're worth. And you get your time back, time to work on the business instead of in it. Time to think about where you want to take this thing instead of just trying to survive month to month in feast or famine mode. Most videographers, they try to build this on their own. They read about it, they think about it, they try to piece together strategies from YouTube and Instagram and forums and competitors they follow, and most of them stay stuck. Not because they're not smart, but because they don't have a proven framework to follow. They don't have someone who's already done all this sitting in their corner telling them exactly what to do next, or helping them course correct when something goes off the rails. That's exactly what we do inside my company that I mentioned earlier, the Creators University. We take established video business owners, so people who are already doing like 5, 10, 15K a month sometimes, and we help them install these 4 systems fast. And most of our students have all of these foundations in place in their business within the first 2 weeks of working with us, and then the results follow. If you're serious about building a video business that doesn't depend on you being on every shoot, editing every deliverable, and chasing every client manually, then I think it's worth a conversation with us. If this is resonating and sounding like something that you want help with, pull out Instagram and just DM me the word systems. And I'll go ahead and send you the breakdown of how we build all of this out for established video business owners inside our program. Or if you want to go deeper before that conversation, feel free to browse my YouTube channel, check out some more of my videos first. And I also have a free training that walks through the whole process, detailed right down below in the description of this video. Either way, stop building a job and start building a business. I'll see you next time.